Greetings everybody, Amar here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my big dishes that I'm going to provide for free at my website. It's a little bit of a laborious process. I've done 3 so far: January, February, March. They're all a little bit different. The main thing is that the big is always constant, the Gale Howard algorithm, and so I was trying to figure out an easier way to do this because these charts are starting to burn me out. You know, I go through lottery kind of overdose. So, okay, so this is the one I just did for March. So I'm going to just go through and show you how I color it. So I tried to remove some of the blue because my original big here, my main dish font change, you see it's very dark and it has the black zeros. I'm sorry, it has the white zeros with the black fill. So as a way to cut down cost, I'm trying to get rid of that because I'm trying to save on ink. So here the first thing I do is I copy the dates. Copy the dates. And let's see. This is the original formatting. Now I did this in 2 separate files is because I have to change all the formatting. I have to make it easy. All right, so let's see. So what I do here is I paste special values. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry. That was for the dates, not for the paste special values. Okay. So I got the dates in there. Then I just have to modify because here there's no 31. So I'll just I'll clear these contents. I'll remove the formatting, no border, and I'll do no fill. Okay, and it should do no border, but it's not for some reason. So I'll just copy these cells and I'll just drag it over. And there, now you have no fill there. And then the next thing I do is bring over the drawing sense hit chart. So here's the drawing sense hit chart, and again copy the data, copy, and then I go into April. Where's April? Here. So here's the original one. Okay, and then I paste special values. Okay, and you can see when I do the values, everything is off from the previous formatting. So the only thing, so to get it most correct, the first step is then I just, oh, you can see there, you see when I moved it, it changed the formatting a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, but the thing is when I do that, I want to keep the colors of the big, right? The algorithm. You see now the blue is on the 18 and the green is over here on the 3. So I have to do paste special formats. Hit OK. Okay, now everything is back to normal, the way it was. But I still want to get rid of this dark blue to save the ink, and I want to get rid of this black. So what I did was then is okay, yeah, so I copied this. So this would be the original. And this is going to be the one that I want to create. Okay, so what I should do actually is bring over the dates too, so I don't make a mistake here. So I copy, and then I'm going to paste everything here, and then there you go. Now I should have copied also the numbers and the sums at the same time because sometimes I'll forget to do that, and if I'm too rushed, I won't double check enough. But the reason why I do it like this is so then I could just click back and forth and see where I need to color, because to get rid of these black zeros I have to change the formatting. So if I'm on the original, and let me bring over the dates here. I mean, not the dates, the data, just so I don't make that huge mistake. And I'll just copy this. So I'll copy that, and then when I go back to April, alright, this is the original, so I'll put it in here too. Paste special, values, okay, so now that's in, but I don't want to paste the formatting because I don't like the formatting from that chart. I changed the formatting of the numbers also. So I'm just going to paste special, values, okay. Now we got the correct number, so we can verify 496. We can check the sum. 6 and 4 is 10. Plus 9 is 19. Here's the 4. Here's the 9. Here's the 6. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to remove all the formatting because I don't want the grids either, right? I don't want these grids. Oh, I got this problem over here still. So let me just drag this, get rid of that last date. So I want to get rid of that black. I want to get rid of everything, the grid lines and everything. So I go to conditional format, and then I go to clear rules, clear from selected cells. Okay, and then I want to do also no grids, no border. Okay, no border. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to conditional format, highlight cell rules equal to 0. I'm going to custom format it. So border has an outline. The fill is, I think it's white, or is it no color? I think it's no color. I always get confused with this. I actually have to do it a couple times to make sure. Font is going to be bold. I can't change the font type. I would like to have AR Destine, but it's only letting me do Arial Narrow. So some of the zeros are going to be Arial Narrow, and the big zeros will be AR Destine, because I'm going to carry those over. So let's see. So I hit OK. OK. So you can see here all the zeros are now formatted. And I'm just going to put black ink also, black font. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to do is I don't want to take away the formatting because I want to keep this formatting this pink. Some of this pink is too dark. I'm going to lighten it up also in the effort to save ink. But I'm going to conditional format highlight cell rules greater than 9. And I'm going to put this as a custom format, and I'm going to fill it with a lighter blue, this second box blue. The second lighter box blue from the top. This doesn't have a label, but so then I hit OK, hit OK. Okay, so then you see, so now I got rid of the dark the dark formatting, but I want to have my zeros, right? So if I click on here, I can see, all right, here's a 0, a blue 0. So here's a blue 0, and I try to look and see where there's blue zeros. So 37, 14, and 16. So I'll do 37, paste, 14, 16. Okay, so these are all one dormant period. Okay, so I'm keeping the count. And then here with 28 and 11. So you can see how time consuming this can be. If you know a quicker way to do this, certainly let me know. But right now, this is just kind of a labor of love because I do like the way the charts turn out. I think they're pretty beautiful. And I found some ways to kind of shorten it up. I'm still trying to shorten it up, but it's kind of a pain. So let's see. So I'm doing all the blues. Here's a blue, here's a blue, and then a blue. What I should do is just do Control V. It's faster. Control V. And then, let's see, what else? 26, 22. Did I get those? 26, 22. Now the thing is, you see, once you start coloring the dormant periods at the top, you can actually just start counting to find out the next dormant period. So I'm going to move on to the yellows here. Because if I know what the yellow is, and I can see it, I know that the next one is going to be green. So I can just count by the number of hits. So this is 20, 21. Here's a 12 over here. Let's see where else. 15. 27, 37. Let's see what else. 11. 11. Here's a blue that I missed. 16, and I think there was one over here. Here, this is a 10. So this is a green. Is there another green here? Let's see. Well, here's a blue with white. So blue with white, and then there was a blue with white up over here. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Let's do a gray. This is 11. So let's see, 11 here. Where else? 29 and 10. So 11, 29, and 10. So we got 11, 29, and 10? 10. No, I think it was 11 again. Wasn't it 11? Yeah, it was 11 here. Alright, so that's just an example of me doing the colors. Now this pink here is too dark for me. So I'm going to lighten it up with that pink. And this pink also too dark. So I'm going to lighten it. Lighten this pink. Now I'm not going to color the ends any pink. I'm going to use the white as the flag. Now let's see, what is this 16 over here? What is this? That's a green. Alright, so let's bring some greens over. 16 and 27 over here. 16 and 27. Let's see, 14, 24. 14, 24. And let's see. Okay. Now this purple also is too dark for me. I'm going to change it to this purple here. And these purples represent reverse flags or backdoor entries into the streak. Okay, like here you can see there was no streak. So this is 4. I know that this is 3. So then you can save time just by doing the counting. You know that within here. So let's get rid of this dark purple here. Dark purple. Let's see, go back over. And here's dark over here. 4, 5. So you see the purple, without even looking at another chart, I know this is a reverse. So I don't know how many cold periods, but I know there was 1 hit up here, 2, 3, and then that makes this a 1. So to get rid of now this darker blue, what I'll do is I'll just, let me see, I think I might have to clear this formatting. Oh no, I didn't have to. So if I Control C, and then wherever I see this blue, I get rid of the blue. And now it's a little dark, a little lighter. So it's a little easier on the eyes, saves ink, saves money. Okay, so all these blues now are this lighter color blue. This one here, let's see. Let's see, copy. Here I have to do paste special format. Paste special format. Because it's not actually, doesn't have all 9. I was starting from the 9, from 1 through 9, because I formatted conditionally above 9. Oh shit, what happened there? I don't want to see. Gotta be careful. Made a mistake there. I paste special the values instead of the format, so I got all the 2s that came. So you do have to pay attention also what you're doing, because a little mistake can set you back a lot. So let's see. Paste special formats, okay. Paste special formats, okay. Alright, so let's go back and keep on doing these blues. So I'll try to do be systematic. I'll try to finish the first position with the blues. So copy these blues here. Let's go down. Blue, 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 blue. And see this one, I copied the data and the format, so I can just Control V it fast and get it in there. And then it gets a little tricky at the end because you can see here, right? If I press Control V, it goes all the way down to here. So I have to back arrow, and over here, what I usually should do is I'll just either do it manually, right? I'll go in here and let's see, I'll just do it like this. It depends on what's faster, what's more efficient. You know, I mean, it's going to be tedious to a certain extent no matter what you do. But once you get these out of the way, then you can go back to doing it the original way I was doing it. So, okay, so those are in. So let's copy now again from 1 to 9. Control C, and then I start coloring. Control V, get rid of those blues. Let's try to be systematic, so I'll finish the second position first before I move on to the third position. Alright, so here's a streak. So you know the dormant period count resets. So that's 1 dormant period. Here's 2, only 2 hits here. So you don't reset. Go to the 3rd dormant period. Let's see, what else? Alright, so starting to shape up. Alright, so let's see, what do I want to do? Alright, let's get rid of these darker pinks here. Now the thing is, you see, when you fill it in with the white, instead of no fill, I can just highlight everything, and then these zeros don't get colored. Because then I have to, that saves work doing it that way. Okay, these purples are too dark. Get rid of that. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. So this is 5 days, and this is, so these are all reverse flags, all coming in backdoor. This is 5 days. This is 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, and of course these are the backdoor intermediates, meaning 7, 8, or 9 days. Let's see. All right, so here we'll look at 0. Let's see. All right, here's a streak. You can see 1, 2. You know there's a 3rd hit. So let's bring this over here. This is a blue. Let's see. Here's 1. So you know the next one over here has got to be 2. Here's 4. Let's get rid of this blue over here. So this is 4. So after 4 and 2 hits, no reset. Next cold period, 5. And then 5, here's a nice flag formation. And I think this should also be a flag. Because, see, after April 30th, I got to double check. So this is number, what, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to double check and see. I think that's still a flag for number 3 after May 30th. And yes, here it is. So you had 2 more hits in that flag. So that's going to remain white format, as in hot flag, white hot. There's white hot and there's hot pink. And I'm putting the ends as white and the middle is pink, just so there's a contrast. So let's lighten up this pink. Alright, so let's see. So it's 5. So this is 1. So that gives you 2. And remember, the algorithm is based on these colors. The big, where's the big? Did I write it here? Big. So blue, yellow, green, and gray. That's the general order for the big. And then that's the algorithm that I use to try and hone in on the coldest number. And it's working pretty good. The trick is that I can't really play that well. I did give a line to Papa Bear, and then I tweaked it. I changed it. So I got a free play, but the line from the previous day would have hit 3 numbers. And it was pretty close to hitting 5 numbers. I was like 1 off with the other 2 numbers. But, you know, I changed it. And, I mean, if I had the luxury, I would have asked them to play both lines. But if I had them, you know, if I was home, I would have played both lines myself, you know. I don't like to ask people to play that many lines for me. You know, sometimes, I don't know, I start to feel self-conscious, especially if I'm not winning. In that particular instance, you know, I could have asked him to do both, but, you know, he's working, he's busy, all these things, you know. But anyway, 3-number win would have been nice, because then I wouldn't feel bad asking him to keep on playing, because now he's playing with house money. But Anyway, that was based on 6 cold periods using the big algorithm, and but that 17 came in really so cold. It came in, I mean, it came in slow. Finally, it came in. It's hot and hitting now. So I was a little premature. I should have known it wouldn't heat up that fast. But not even sure that they played it. I think they switched over to Keno, to different games, and I'm not sure if Black Widow. I'm not sure what she did. She's been busy with family issues. Uh, anyway, but I'm digressing. So where are we here? So here's 2, 3. Let's see. These look like they're all colored in pretty good. This is 1 because you have a streak here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. You reset you reset the dormant period count. Now you have 1. This gives you the ability to gauge when the cold number comes in. Without it, you're kind of guessing blind. Okay, so here's, I'm not sure what this color is, so let's see. This was 1. So I'll just copy it from here. Alright, so that's 1. Which means that this has to be 2. Copy 2. Alright, so let's see. This was 3, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. And you see this counting, I've done it so much, I can do it by heart, right? That's why I created a diagram to help everybody count. You know, it's kind of like a sacred geometry thing that I created. I was going to put it on a t-shirt. I haven't done it yet. I don't know. I procrastinate a lot, unfortunately. I'm trying to get this blue. Alright, conditional formatting, clear rule from selected cells. Come on, blue. This 9 should be the same as the others. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. So let me just copy this 9 and paste it. There you go. Now we got that 9. That 9 was bothering me. So let's see. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. What is this? 21 is what? It's 1. So copy it from there. So that's why I do it double, so then it's easier. I had actually done a snipping over here. Let me see, what did I do? Yeah, I made a snipping, but it was so inefficient, like doing this. It was like, so I said, oh, let me try something else. This is better. Okay, so that's 1. What do we got here? Oh, here's 5 and 1. Do those count? 5 and 1. Alright, so I think those are straight. So let's see. Okay, so let's just make sure the counting. 4. We got 2. What's the 21 over here? Here's a streak. This is 3. And then so the first hit counts. So 3. So the way I counted is this is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So I counting the dormant period and then I count the hits. And it works. Well, it works in theory. It doesn't work if you don't go out and play the ticket. You know, you're gonna just, nothing you can do about that. It's just a total screw up. All right, so let's see. So here's 1 off of this streak, and let me control paste it, right? Instead of, it's faster. Control V. All right, so here's your streak. This was 5. So again, same thing. The big keeps on not alternating. Keeps on repeating. So big, then big, then big. But there's variations in all the bigs, but the colors are there. So I can get all the way up to like 12 dormant periods just with the colors. So here's 5. Alright, so this would be 6. And this is going to be yellow with the white. Sometimes I made it a different yellow because it's hard to see, but I'm not going to bother with it. It's just everything becomes overkill. So let's see. So this is over here. It's 1, 2. This is 1, 2. This is 3, 4. So there's 3. There's 4. What else? So here was 2. 1, 2, 3. Here's 1. And now we're back to 2. And this has 1, 2. It has another hit down here. Because you can tell by the pink. The pink means it's in a flag. If it was blue, it would have been another dormant period. So that's why the colors, it helps me to see what's going on, even though I don't have the data. So this was, okay, so that's a streak. Control, this is streak, and then, so this is 1, and this is 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it only had one dormant period, and it still was hot. So it becomes, it's like a paradox. Sometimes a number will get hot after one cold period for a long time. One cold period hot, one cold period hot, one cold period hot. But then other times it'll go like 5, 6 cold periods, and then it'll get hot. So you have to understand those two, the two divergences, I guess, or dichotomy, or some word. I don't know. I gotta look in the dictionary. So that's a streak. Here's 1. So this is 4. So this would be 4. Then 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, so now you're back to 1. And this is over here. This is 1, 1, 2, 1. 1 dormant period. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And this is 1, which means this is 2. Copy. So, I mean, you don't have to use the colors. I'm going to show how to do it on a 4B without the colors. I do the colors because I like the drawing to hit chart. It's my favorite chart, and I don't. And by using the colors, I can, to a certain degree, I can bypass chart 7. Now, if I'm using the big with chart 7 in conjunction, it gives you more information because you don't know if those 2 hits were within a flag formation or were those 2 hits just the technical correction. So you're getting deeper into the numbers, and this algorithm applies to almost every game. This is for pick 3. It works for the take 5. It works for, or pick 5 rather, games. So let me see. Hold on. This is 1. And this is 1. But I'm going to do a chart for the Mega Millions also, and I'll do the algorithm for the Mega Millions because it works for that also. You got to know what's in the flag, what's outside of the flag, what's in the long bottoms. So all that information is contained within these colors, in my opinion, anyway. It works for me. But I've been keeping it close to the chest. So let's see. So this is 1. This is 1. This is 2. Here's a reverse. Let's see. This is 2. This is 3. Okay, this is 5. 1, 2, 3. Reset. Copy. Go to 1. Oops. Control V. Okay, so that's 1. And 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Now this is going to be a long video, so I'm going to complete this coloring chart too. But I bought a flash drive off Amazon from Micro Center. They had a 2-pack for like 15 bucks for 128 gigs, which was pretty good. So I took like 40 gigs of politics and news and just music and movies off of this computer, put it on the flash drive. So now I'm not going to get a message that I have to reset. Oh, okay. All right. So this is pretty much, I think these colors are done. Right. So let me save it so I don't lose anything. Whoops. No, not print preview. Save. Save. Okay. All right. So what I did these data, but I gotta bring the formatting over for the positional repeated chart. So position 1, position 2, position 3, and let's see. So we gotta wait while this thing is not responding. It likes to do that just to give me a headache. But let's see. Open. Okay. So go back to the original. Okay, and this is what, April 1. Alright, so April 1 is over here. And we're going to bring over the formatting because, again, this Gale-Howard algorithm, what I call the BYGG, what I use the BYGG to illustrate, it applies in all these different variables. In almost, I would say like 88% of variables. Some of the variables it doesn't work because the distribution of their occurrences, oh shit, their distribution, oh man, what happened here? The distribution of their occurrences is so low that you can't get a count on them. You can only use a long bottom for them to a certain degree but the long bottoms work. All right, let me get this. Copy this. Alright, where are we? Let's get April. Okay, so I got this. Okay, so we copy that. Alright, so now going back to April, and here I'm going to pay special formats. Okay, so that works. And let's double check. First position repeats 5 5 2 2 1 1. Alright, so that's correct. See, now we don't have a dormant period count here. Now I did do the previous one in March, so I could look and see. So over here, this was, it looks like this was, I think this was, it repeated and then repeated again. Right, 4. Yeah, I think it did it triple repeat? Hold on, I gotta double check and think it triple repeated. Let's see, did it triple repeat? Where is it? Yeah, it did, right here. Okay, so it triple repeated, 4 4 4. All right, so here, this is 21-0. So if we look at this streak over here, okay, so here's our flag. So 1 2 3 4 5. You don't even have to look. You don't need to know the previous dormant period count because you had these streaks. You know it's going to reset. So this resets to 1. Okay, so this is 1. So you only have 2 hits. So that then continue. Go to 2. All right. So let's see. Let's copy this. All right. So now we'll just make a note, mental note. This is also 1, and then we have to look and see what position 3 is. Position 3 is much higher in the count. Let's see. Am I in the right March? No, I'm not. I'll be in April. So let's see. Paste. No, that's not right. Fuck. Okay, we don't need to copy the first one. Let's just copy the second one. This was 1, and then this is 2, and then so here's 1. All right, we're gonna lighten up this pink here. I'll lighten up this pink here also, and we're gonna lighten up this pink. And you see how it filled in the zeros? It's because the conditional formatting is different for these zeros and the other zeros. So I'm gonna have to go like this, and this is more work. Okay, so if we're gonna go, we'll go back to the dish. We're gonna count the dormant periods for position 3. All right. So we're gonna go. So here's your streak. Here's 1. Well, was that 1? Yeah, it was 1 because here's your streak. Okay, so 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's your flag formation. These numbers repeating in the 3rd position. And then here's 1. Okay, I'm not going to mark it. Here, there, this would be 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. I'll mark the 5 one because no reason to count them all and not mark it. So that's 5, which makes this 6. So this 6th one came in, and this 6th one, then you can see it went to a flag formation. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Then you reset back to 1. So this was on 420. Copy 420. And where is it? 420 was over here. Right? So that's 6, and that makes this one 5. And there you go. Now the positional repeater chart is done for that. Oh, and let's copy this one as 4. So 4 will be over here, and paste is 4. Alright, so let's save again. Oh, that's done. Let's print. I'm going to save. And then finally, the last thing we have to do is bring over the drawing since hit chart from the sums. So these are the sums over here. Right? These are the old sums, because here's a 7. That was from the previous number, which is 520, which was the first hit that occurred in March of 2009. So this sum is going to be 6 and 4, 10 plus 9, 19. So this will be marked over here. Alright, so that's saved. Let's go over to the main dish font change. And then we're going to, whoops, no, one thing. over here. Now we're gonna go. Well, let's go to April 1st. All right, and we'll go to the sums part. And I put the date here too, so I can see where the date is without having to go all the way to the front and without having to freeze the first column. Alright, so it's 30. Now, of course, I don't have all the sums because they don't all fit. It would get really small. So I'm using mostly the core bell curve sums. So then I go here, first pay special, values, hit OK, and then pay special, formats, OK. Okay, so same deal, right? Now the dormant period count doesn't work always so good, so I'm not counting them with all of these because some of the dormant period counts go way high, like they'll go up to like 11, 12, 13, and it becomes, once I go past 12, it's hard to get new formatting to show. The easiest way to do it is to just use a pen and to just mark in the number, to mark in number 13, or or higher numbers. Now I do have in front of me a paper version of the last one. So I have this one here, the March one that I just did. So here I was counting dormant periods for some 8. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, so then I would continue the counting over here. So this would be 5. So we have a 5 mark here. So here's 5. And then the next one would be 6. So let's go down and see. This is going to be 6. And 6 is, again, yellow. And then 7 is this one over here. Copy this 7. This is 7. And then 8. Alright, so let's see. Is this an 8 or is this a reverse flag? A reverse intermediate, rather. So let's just double check and see here. It is dormant period, right? So there you go. So I'll go back to March. I'm sorry, to April. I'll mark this as the dormant period. And I'm just going to mark these dormant periods here again. So, see, but checking the dormant periods for all of these sums does become a little bit more time consuming. It's a little, but let me focus here. Fill in these dark ones here. Let's see, Control C. This will be, oh, look at that. Control V. Alright, so 19. Now, going back to here, to March, this was 3 dormant periods. Okay. So, I mean, I do make mistakes. I do my best. But, so this would be, like, so that's 3 here. So then 4 is the next one here. The one that hit over here. So this is actually 4. So let's see. Control C. 4. And let's drag this down. And this would be 5. So, and this is the 6th dormant period. So, just going to continue with the blues. Blues. Whoops. No, that was a mistake. This is a flag. This color in these, this is in this pink here, the lighter pink. And you see it didn't fill in the zeros, so I formatted it correctly before, because it makes less work and you don't have to fix all the zeros. So there's blue, what else? More blues. Let's see. Blue. So this is the 3rd one I've done today, so I think I'm going to take a break after this. I'm getting a little bushed. Let's see here. Here's the blue. And then at the top, you see these get tricky because you don't know. Let's see, this is number 9. This was actually part of a streak. So this gets a yellow as the intermediate streak in the flag. And actually there's a bunch of intermediates over here. And let's just double check. This is sum 9 and 036. Sum 9, here's a 6. Here's a 3. And here's a 0. So I'm just double checking, make sure I don't make any mistakes. Let's see, this has got to be blue. This is going to be blue. This is blue. This is 14. Let's see, 14 is what do we have? Dormant periods. 26. This is 27. This is one dormant period because we had a streak last month. Okay, that did in color. Copy over here. Control V. And then this is the reverse. Control C. And then that would be 2 dormant periods for sum 14. So this is 28. You would look for a bottom, looking for 28, 28 symmetry, and you don't get it per se. You get 31. So it was off. You'd have to look at the 4B bar to see how well it looks. So let's see. What do we got here? We have all right. This is more blue over here. Let's see. This is a reversal here. I was thinking about making these a lighter, but these don't happen that much, so it's not a big deal. But I may make it lighter also in the effort of saving ink. So let's see. 17 was what? It was 2 dormant periods. This is 3 dormant periods, right? And you know, you got to take my word for it. That's 3 dormant periods, right? But if I go here, I can prove it, right? Well, I'd have to go back to February to prove it. So 17, okay, here's one. Okay, I have to go back to January to prove it. So the last flag we had was over here, right? And then we started counting. So there's 27, so there's 1, and then 2 is over here. Is it over? 2 is over here, so here's 20. This will be 21. This is 3, and this is 4. So that's how I'm counting. And if you have all 4 charts in front of you, you can easily see the count, right? And you can do the counting yourself to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Let's see, 18 is what? 18. I didn't count the 18 because there was too many dormant periods, and I didn't. It was just becoming daunting. All right, so let's go through all the sums. Let's make sure. So there's 5, 6, 7. Here's 9. So here's your streak. So you're going to reset. Control C. So this is 1. This is 2. Let's bring the 1 over. Here's 1. Over here, sum 10. What do we have for sum 10? I have 4 dormant periods there. So this will be 5 dormant periods. 5 dormant periods. And so this is coming in reverse over here. So that gets the blue. Alright. 11. Sum 11. Where's sum 11? That was 1 streak. So 11. So this is 1 dormant period. 1. This is 2. Here's a reverse entrance. See, the thing about a reverse, right? After this comes in reverse, see, 10 and 8 have symmetry. After this reverse, I usually look for a hot skip. I look for it to repeat, or 1, 2, 3. And that's how I set my limits for wagering on that. So what is that? This is 2. It's got to be 3. Control C. So this is 2. That's 3. And then what happened here with the 11? Let's see. Sum 11. It's over here. So here was your reverse. And so here was your streak. Came in reverse. Didn't get a hot skip. You did get the symmetry 7, 8, and then you got symmetry 5, 7. So you got symmetry on the downside. And so let's see. So this one Well, this would be a yellow here anyway. But I wanted to double check and see what was going on. So this was an intermediate. So going back to April, so you had this, and then this was an intermediate. Some 11, some 12, some 13. Let's see, where's our dormant periods on some 13? Some 13. This is one. We have 1. So this is going to be 2. 2. And 3. Now the thing about counting the dormant periods, right, is that the regular numbers that are predictable and are doing well are not going to be counting up to like 15, 16 dormant periods. They're going to be regular and they're going to start getting hot. Oh wait, this is 3? No, that's 2. So this is 3. They're going to start getting hot, right, and flagging normally. Right? You just have to realize that they're cold and that you want those on the long bottom. Anything that's really cold is better to do on the long bottom. Long bottom meaning like 20-20, 30-30, 40-40, things like that. Any kind of bottom. So let's just see. So 14, that was 1 dormant. 15 is what? 1 dormant period. This is 2 dormant periods over here. Copy. 2 dormant periods. This came in reverse. Copy. Paste. Alright, so you had 1, 2, 3 hits. So what do? You reset the count. And now you go back to 1. So there's 1. Let's see, number 16. That was 1 dormant period, so 13 should be 14 at the top. 16. Where are we? 16. Here's your 14. So 13, 14, 1. This is 2. So let's see, that's 2. Oops, that's 1. Copy. That's 2. Right? So this over here would be 3. Copy. 3. Now I'm not doing the Control V because I got my hands marking the paper chart in front of me. So that's 3. So this will be 4. Copy. Paste. That's 4. Okay. So this is 4, which makes this 5. Copy. 5. Alright, again, 18, I didn't count. There's too many dormant periods. I could go back, but I don't want to. So that's 4, and that's 5. Alright. Excuse me. So it looks like we have those are counted correctly. So it looks like we have all the dormant periods for all the variables, for all of these 9, 18, 27 variables, all of the counts for this, position 1, position 2, position 3. Let me see, this was a repeat off of position 1, I remember. Okay, so the counts are straight. Should be straight anyway. And now, so what do I do now? Oh, and then, okay, so what I do now is I like to delineate the columns to make it easier to see. So let's see. So what I do is I like this particular border style of the dashes. So I'll go in here and I'll just go all the way to the bottom, and I will outside border, and then I skip it, and then I do it again over here, outside border. Now I thought about doing a macro for this to save time. I would have to test it out to see if it works, because I know that the macro saves the keyboard strokes, but I'm not sure how well it does. Well, it's supposed to record everything, but sometimes it doesn't work, and I don't know if that's because my files have gotten so big. But anyway, you can see how this is a little bit tedious and time consuming. But if I have the damn it. Alright, let me go from right to left here, because that little box is getting in my way and pissing me off. Alright, so we're gonna, alright, go here. I see this little box was pissing me off. Go up here, do it again. Alright. So this gives a little bit more contrast for the patterns. I mean, for the, like, it gives the lane, it gives the variables a nice lane where you can see in contrast each number differently. So I go like that, and then let's see. Yeah, so a macro here may be good, because if I can do this instead of, 1 minute and do it in just 30 seconds, that would be sweet. And so put another one here because it was off, I think. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better here. You just go down, flag, counting 1, 2. And then what did I do? I think I did a dark border on the outside here, thick outside border. Okay, I think I like a darker, the darkest grid here in the middle to delineate all the positions. All right. Okay. I saved that. Let me look at the previous one that I just printed to see how I had it here. Okay. So these also have these dashes, but these have a mixture of dashes and this double line. Oh, what is this? 12. What's going on with this 12 here? 12. So 12, that was a streak. So this is actually one dormant period here. I missed this count. I would have printed this out and then it would have bothered me that I had missed this formatting, but if I do miss anything, you can fill it in yourself with your own pencils or pens. I like the Stadler pens. I used to rock those all the time, and the mechanical. They do very nice for artistical work and stuff. So here's probably a good gift too for kids if you want to get them into art or whatever. Let's see. They're made in Germany. You can buy them at Staples over by the crayon area, papers and near the pencils. Usually have them in a separate case. Anyway, let's see. So, okay, so this is also going to be, let me change the line style here. And we'll do the same thing here. Oh, no, I want the outside border. Okay, here's the outside border. Here's the outside border. Okay, and then these all get outside borders too. Now I did do these have double formatting, but I'll go through this and I'm gonna get rid of the right line for the double line, because I think it has nice contrast. So let's see, go over here. It was bothering me a little bit. I got a little anal that over here the sides had dashes. Like this one, you see, it doesn't have the dashes. So I got in there and I started like trying to fix it, and then I was like, "What the hell are you doing? It's taking too long." Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. So I said, all right, let me not do that. And actually, it doesn't look that terrible. Oh, let me go from right to left here. That little box is bothering me again. So let's see. And this. So once you start getting the counting in order, it makes it a lot easier. The hardest part is finding the count originally. Now I'm going to show you how to find the count in the 4B using the Gail Howard Advantage Plus or Advantage Gold software. Probably the Advantage Plus. Well, both. I'll do it. Well, yeah, I'll do both. But the Advantage Gold is good because it doesn't have all of that blue. You know how since it's DOS box, it has the blue. Okay, so let's see. So 14. What's going on over here with 14 after this 1, 2, 3rd hit? let's see, 14. This is 1, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3, and then, okay, so it was a dormant period here, it was blue. So we're going to go in there, we'll put the blue. Put the blue, so you know it's a dormant period, not a streak. Alright, so what's happening after this? 4. Let's see what's happening after this. 4. What number was that? What sum was that? This is what? 16. Sum 16. Where are we? Sum 16 after the 4. So the 4 was what? After a 32? 32, 4. Alright, so another dormant period. It went to 5. And then you had a little tiny streak. So, see? 1, 2, 3. Then you'd reset. So it did get hot after 5 here. Gail says 3 in the book. I disagree with that. I mean 3 is the standard, right, to watch. But it gets, you know, in accord with what she says in the book about the longer the better. You know, 5, 6, 7. I like 5. Sometimes it's 6 or 7. Like the number 17 went 6. You know, take 5. Oh, let me see. Where am I? I got distracted here. This is what? This is 17. 5 dormant periods. Skip 26. So where's the 17? Skip 26. I was over here. Alright, so when in the dormant period, those are all dormant periods. Alright, so there's no streak after that. It's a dormant period. And then actually I like this double. Let me do the double. We'll change the line style again. Put this double here. And you can see over here I had the doubles. So I'm gonna just come on. Now there was a time where this file had got so big where if you go past that end, the whole thing would just the whole file just froze, and it was like, oh god, it was kind of bad. So out of respect for that error, I'm not going to do that because just the thought of it is just so horrendous. Oh, I don't want to do. Alright, well I'm gonna do a black box around there, so I'm gonna get rid of those. So here's a 15, here's a 16. I'll put it over here. Yeah, we'll do it that. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna go down here. No. Okay, 18, and then 19. Okay, so what did I do? So then I think I put a black box around all of this here, if I remember correctly. The thick outside border. Okay, so that kind of delineates a little bit. This has I did the border here. That has a border. Guess that's about it. Now I could pull this up. I'm just gonna leave it as a blank here. I'm just gonna fill it with white color. I filled it with a different color before, but then I was like, what am I doing? It's all this ink, all this extra ink. I don't want all this extra ink. So I'll put a black box around this, and let's see, I'll put a black box around the whole entire thing. Try to keep it neat, and then we're gonna save it. So about an hour. Took about an hour to do one. So this is April, so May, June, July, 3 more. So 3 more hours I can finish it, which is fine. Because once you have a hard copy, it's helpful. And I want to do for the previous years, but if you do, 12 months, that's 24 hours. So that means I would have to really, I could do it. I just have to manage my time so I don't stress myself out superly. Now we're approaching an hour. I don't know if I have an hour limit on this recorder, but let me see. So what I do now is I'll just go to print preview, show print preview. I don't know if you can see this. And then I'll double check and make sure everything looks okay, and I'll do the counting. So this is 1, 1. Let's see, this is 1, 1. This is 1, 2. This is 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3 over here. So this is 1. This is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. No, sorry. 2, 3. 1. 4, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. What is that? That's what? Shit, I don't remember. So if we do the counting, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. Okay, so this is 7. I could have just done also. This is 5. I know this is 5. This is easy to remember. So this is 5. This is 6. This is 7. 7, 8. Or I knew that this is 8 because it's GG 4, 8, 8. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't remember that for a second. Brain fart, but that's what it is. So 7, 8. 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 1. Alright, so that looks correct. And then the numbers should be okay. I should look at them closer. Let's see. Oh, here's a 3, 3, 3. This is a 9. It's a 9. Here's a 3. Here's a 3. Here's a 3. Okay, that's enough. This is 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, streak 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 18. I haven't done because actually, let me see. If I have a bar chart, I can do it. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad way to do it. Use the bar chart to do the sums, but I'm going to leave that blank for now. I'll probably do that later. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Oh wait, I gotta change the fucking footer. I mean the header. And I gotta change the footer and the header. Alright, page setup. Header, footer, custom header, March. It's gonna be April. April, put it caps. April 2019. Okay. And you can see, let's see, custom footer. April. APR. Whoops. APR. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is going to change. April 2019. April 2019. Let's see. Make sure the formatting looks decent. It looks decent up here. And yeah, so you can see the dish, DSH. Well, I hope you can see this. I'm not sure you can see this, but anyway, it's labeled DSH is over here. Drawing since hit chart. That's this part. Position 1, position 1, position 2, position 3. PRC, positional repeater chart, which is basically a drawing since hit chart for positionals repeating. So position 1, position 2, position 3, and sums. Sums 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And that is for the core sums. The rest don't fit. And I think that's about it. So let's see. Print pages 1 to 1. And I think we're a go for a hard copy. And let's see. So print. And I'm going to get a couple error messages up. That could take off the recording. But let's see. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Okay. Error printing. Dismiss. Connect. Dismiss. Okay. And we're printing. So I just bought a brand new cartridge in Excel, and oh fuck, what happened? Out of paper? Oh, son of a bitch. Mother. Okay. That was weird. There was paper in there. Maybe because it's not an Insta ink or whatever, or just wants to kind of just screw with me. I don't know. Alright, so January, February, March, April. And they're all a little different because I was kind of experimenting with them. But remember, the most important thing is the big. Okay? Because that's the count. The count is what's going to allow you to hopefully predict in a wiser fashion. And so, if you made it through this video, I'm impressed. And these charts, once they're up, I think I'm going to scan them and I'm going to make them available on my website with some other charts. I'm going to stop procrastinating. And then, what else? I'll try to do 2007 and 2018. Of course, you can see how long it takes. It takes an hour to do each chart. If you know a faster way, certainly be my guest. I could do it without the formatting, and just do the dormant periods. But I like the contrast because for me it helps. And it's always good to look at these with like a ruler. A protractor works best because a protractor is generally it's transparent and it has lines to line up, whereas a ruler, you can't see through the ruler most of the time unless you get a transparent ruler. So I guess that's it. I don't really know what else to say, but if you got through that video, you can see my technique for counting. I may set up a Patreon account to see if I can get some donations to help me. Maybe go towards some supplies, paper, ink. Maybe go towards my pool. I'm going to start my lottery pool, hopefully, if I can get my team motivated and focused just on this one game. And but hopefully, everything's okay and everything will work out. So what was the other thing? Facebook group, AmarGhLotto. 3 questions to get in. I still have to do the questions to, like the testing questions. I am going to put one of these videos on Lottery Post eventually. I'm going to make a video where you can then find me elsewhere if I get banned for whatever reason. So I got to protect myself in that instance. Big is a good search term. I'm going to have that. Talk to Afro Man about that. What else? I said Patreon. I did try to set up a Minds. I set it up, and I don't know. I just did. I don't think I hit enter. Something happened. What else? What else? I guess that's it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck. Look out for the next counting video for Mega Millions. Oh, and also I'm going to do a short video on some recent wins. I have a lot of winning tickets. I'll just go through them and show how I win and do some mathematics, try to write my book, and oh yeah, I gotta get monetized on YouTube, set up the affiliates. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and so little time. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Good luck. Happy number hunting.